starting light. Are we there? Morning. All them great people out there, so morning, big up on yourself. Great Wednesday morning, that one, yeah. As I come together between cocoa and bread. Boy, that cup, yeah. We not rub the entirely. Keep heat, boy. I don't want to bust up my people and then cup, yeah. Politics. Old bag of ruthless people, and if you're not ruthless, you have to stay out. Let me show you, Mimi. In my view, the NDP and the Arnhem Eustace make a crucial mistake, in my view. When Dr. Prime was accused for raping the security, the NDP, through their kind and gentle policy, say them now and in a parliament with no immorality. And me ask myself, we're going to be final outcome of that, because when I look at that can't be the way to handle that, because you surely have to go back in a parliament. And then do a thing they then could not hold out, because now that have a time span on it, that they could be by-election if you not return to parliament. That I never was. But I don't know, like NDP and then take that stance, but they was too weak to stand up and face the consequence, so they run back in a parliament and things could come as normal. Now, Prime Ralph a weak heart, easy to handle. And then that been the NDP break to get him out of parliament. But they run out of parliament and left him in India and go back in, go meet him. No. Me tell them, say, me this are my highly. Yes, I give thanks, man. Good morning, the morning, yeah, man. Yeah. This are my strategy when I use. Me sit down there, and every time he open his mouth, me tell him go clean name. Because me know he can't stand that. Me know all of you there in a parliament, every time he talk, go play your name. I know he can't stand that. And when he come and make any major address, he walk out. Me know he can't stand that. That I go topple him. And not long after that, me get the proof to that. When him say, ask Cummins if he really did stone church. And Cummins say, I thank God I was never accused for rape. You could have hear a pin drop in parliament when Cummins say that. Oh, you don't know who capitalized back again. Anyway, by the way. You can't be halfway when you chat on the battlefield. You have to chat 100%. Also, you have to know so you don't win before you left it. Alright then, okay then. Yeah. So I gotta go so then. Big up yourself, Monty. So, I gotta go so then. Now, if you notice something in our region, you not hear no opposition or oppose no government around the region again. Because and then they hand in COVID. You know, you not notice. Me no know, me not hear none. Say none. No. That's something me want to know. That's something me want to know, because me no know where I go on, me no know the land, me no know all them things they are go on. We just have watch something. Because according to my knowledge, how me think me know. Oh, TNT only. Well, you see, because me must because of two different race of people. Yeah, but that was a good thing still. Yes. Now, this is when me over, right? Chapter 6 of the United Nations Convention on Human Rights. Declare the rights of the human. Chapter 7 born out duress. And 6, 7, and 8, yeah. And chapter 8 born out genocide. No. Any law that comes into conflict with the Constitution is a law that must be disobeyed by the nation. I don't know if I have it right, you know. I don't know. Okay, good. Now, these constitutions, because they don't go far from one another, the United Nations Constitution and any national constitution, they always be about the same document with the same wordings. I suppose. I don't know. I don't even know our constitution. But me don't have none. Yes. Now, humanity has a right to determine their destiny, what goes into their body and their way of life. So going against that is a violation of the human right. Now, mandate. Is it a law? No. Can a mandate go against the Constitution and become a law? I don't know. Does the Constitution give this mandate the power to carry about what it is carrying about? No. When you force people, when you say, these are the choices, take one whether or not you want it, that is what we call duress. And when you say to the people, you can't walk unless you do as I say, we see that as genocide. Right? Cocoa and bread. So may I tell you, say, is the government committing these human rights atrocities against us as a people? I don't hear the opposition explain that. You know, I tell you, I look done here, you know, and me doesn't like people to explain things to me because I don't really know, you know. I don't make me all me can do ask questions, you know. Have fire. Mr. Opposition. And that I cut out and black me out. No. Mr. Opposition, Dr. Friday, is the government in breach of the United Nations Human Rights Charter, of which the government is a signatory to? Dr. Friday, because you see, you have to do your work, we put you the final. You can't expect we there pay for nothing and you not do nothing, you know, Dr. Friday. Is the government in breach of our United Nations Charter human rights? A human rights charter, whichever donkey to stand by me, no. Mr. Opposition Leader, Does the government have the right to force mandate us? You see me now, you know? I know, so that's why I have to ask question. Because me want to know what's going on. Because if the government do have no right to choose for me what goes on with my body, how come the opposition that's supposed to be the mediator for the people is not in the middle? Friday I tell you change your name to Wednesday and go between the W-E-A-K. You're not here, you know. Because for me I see right now you're not got no use in a Friday. Prove me wrong. Right. Now, does the Constitution, the United Nations Constitution, does it give us the right to overthrow the government when we find it necessary? Because it gives us freedom of association, right? And what does that mean? I don't know what freedom of association means, so may I ask question. Does it mean that we have the right to associate with who we want to associate, when we want to associate, including government, including even being our own government? Right? So now, with the power association, can we not come together as a nation and remove the government? You see? You see? Big up Shabani. You see? As a people, we have to know our right. Our right is not a given privilege by them to us. And they never give us our right neither, I know. What they call it? The unalienable rights or some kind of thing like that. I call it the alienated rights, because them are alienate the people from the right. And then I have nobody out there talk for we put a position in place to mediate between us and the government to make sure our right is intact, and them now do that. Them are trying together with the government and tell us the same thing. Birds of a feather, all of them. One party with two faces. Mr. Opposition Leader, does the government have the right to tell us, unless we have a vaccine, we can't get the money? Does the government have that right, Mr. Opposition Leader? And where are you in this? Are you speaking to the people? Are you going around the entire island having, what they not call them, town hall meeting, explaining to the people their rights? Mr. Opposition, no, but you can't do that, you see, because you are part of the problem, because you done vaccine too. So you see, when it comes to you and Dr. Primer out of the frying pan into the fire, so our people who left, and that's what you are talk about all the time, you know, who left are just us. We don't have no one else to defend us. You see, the opposition agree with the government that we must mass with little children and them and endanger their health. You have things like youths go there playing, okay, youths they are always vibrant and all, and they have, while in the heat of the body, the body require more oxygen to cool down. Hot up. But them put mask on their face And when them body generate heat and in need of more oxygen, there is a barrier of even 1%. Who I think about that? Not even the parents and them pay attention to that. Dr. Friday, you have a whole heap of youth out there. We got cool, they got different little things. Some of them got asthma. You have enough little youth out there, so. You even a youth are born with sugar and all them things, and born with problem disease, because you and Prime all are you encourage bad food into the island to mash up the people and them immune system. And now I have a lockdown. I have locked down everybody in a mass without any proof that this mass a walk. And we sit down just like that and take it so. Because it was them tell us so. Because we can realize it was them a one liar. Crocodile and bread. But anyway, now you know. Give thanks to the great spirits of our ancestors because they can't win. The people not go under, not surrender up to this point where we are, they not win. Confident of yourself and no say I win. Because you see, some time ago there, me see and post by Mayor Motley. The woman there, boy, me not personally, but anyway, leave that out. We are talk about, we didn't call it a safe haven of travel or some kind of thing. We don't name a whole heap of islands around here, but then I name St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And me say good, that good. Because that have to mean we are the biggest rebellions. We create the biggest rebellion against the vaccine. It have to mean that in the region, lesser we take it. It have to mean that in the region, more we stand up against it in other land, yeah. That's why we not depend on the list, and we don't want to depend on the list. Because that's a list where they sell Bill Gates. So, we strong, and we resist, because we confident that we can make it. Because we start to get to understand the bag of lies with them I tell we start to get to understand that we can destroy the thing from right inside our house. So I don't no need to go take no vaccine. That's not the truth. Why are we not the top on the list? You see what that show you. People wake up to the reality. That tell us that gun service is not in control. We are. So we just have to take it to the next level. That is telling us Friday is not in control. We are. So we just have to take it to the next level. That's all. So right there we see. You're not going to afraid for no more. Because, why? We don't sentence it for them guilty. We don't find them guilty and we don't sentence them to outer darkness. That when their sentence is carried out, there will be no more. Not even their memory will be here to represent them. Not even their names. The nation will never want to hear anything about them anymore. Sentence them to outer darkness. These twin evils of darkness all around the world, that's what they do. They come together to sacrifice their people. All the government and opposition all around the world, they do the same thing. Trying to show the people that they don't care about us, but the people are the ones who not realizing. You see, because we always take up a whole heap of things people we don't know about. And now, in Virginia, the government attacked the school parents and them children, right? So then jump up now and they vote out the Democrat and they vote in a Republican. And me I hear this brother analyze the thing now. Here show you that the Republican with them vote in more dangerous than the Democrat with them vote out because this Republic, because of who the Republican connect to. You see, he was president of one of the same, what the name of the organization? Come on. One of the same organization we are carry on. You see, because you are going in America, these people are financed the two parties to argue. But I don't think SVG has a food problem because they have a choice. SVG's biggest problem is their mindset, more challenging than COVID, dengue, etc. Big up yourself then. And I tell you, one thing I tell you, keep talking the truth because I know it. Just keep publishing the truth. Because, but you see, we really have a food problem, because then changing people taste set. So actually food where you know how you live off and survive off, that there goes case and plenty case. There way food problem will come. Because like we sit down here now and we allow them to take we best agricultural soil and put them under concrete and watch them destroy agriculture. And if agriculture your food based on agriculture then you not got food. Yeah, and that all because of you can't do the brother, all because of your mindset which more dangerous than COVID and dengue put together. More destructive. Our mindset is more destructive to us than COVID and dengue put together. What a disaster. Because that is how it is. But then pressure does bust. Pressure bust steel pipe. Continuous drip of water punch a hole in a stone. All we have to do is keep on hitting and hitting and hitting. And we don't win them, all we have to do is go pick up a trophy. Yeah. If you look at these politics parties, what they do, the only thing that they do is to paint a picture for us that this one is better than the other one. And when we take a good look at them, each of them do the same thing. Because their expectation is for us to be bandwagon-minded all of our lives. But that a change. Because you can't bandwagon the youth of them. That are your problem now, that a change. The youth of them want more than bandwagon now. They want that direction in life. They want to be confident to know that they could express their creativity. So them a rebel against anyone who choke that up. You know, see that? This is where we are going now. Because this is our time to take it away from politics. And that's how we are going. Now, as we journey upon the road of life, we have to be wide awake to see exactly what they are doing to us, because you see they don't stop. And when they do something so, and they meet a little hurdle anyway, they just change the color and push it forward still. So we have to be always aware. You see. Because if we put some people in place to protect us as we think we did, and we have seen that they are working against us, that is a clear indication that we must remove them by our freedom of association, by our freedom of choice as to who lead us Then I say the Constitution give with that power, the freedom of choice as to who lead us. So if the Constitution give us the power of the freedom of choice to who lead us, it also give us the power of the freedom of choice to who we don't want lead us. Everything must carry the balance. Drivers, everything must carry the balance. And in order to make it work, one is for and one is against. But then you have to bring the for and against to be for us, our development. And we have the power. Tell me wrong, I don't know. We have the power to remove the government. We have the power to call an election now. Because if we say that we don't want the government, then the government can have no say. And we have all the say from this up. But we believe we have to have one of them to lead us. And that is our continuous mistake. We have seen it. Now, we say our name is not a politician. Now we move on and we put Friday. We say Friday to serve. What is it that we want? Do we know what we want? Maybe we have to go back to school and take some plaster seed or some clay and make it lead the way we want. Because it seems like we don't know what we want. Because we don't realize we are who we want. But we keep on running from we and I go look for somebody else. Gonsalves is a dictator and him is not a politician, Friday to serve. You know, see them think they're excuses. Because if we know the problem, then that them think they're excuses. Because the mere fact that we could recognize the problem is the mere fact that we know the solution. Because we have to know the solution to know that there is a problem there. Because where we know why it is a problem, we know it now go right. And if we know it now go right, it means we know how we go. But we not do it. We still go to the same boy who carry it wrong, hoping he going to carry it right. And we don't know how we do that. We don't know how that go happen. You see, because we vote for Friday, the NDP, to defend our human rights, the United Nations Charter on Human Rights. And me no hear them, me not say them not do it, but me not hear none of them spell it out word for word to the people as to what it means. So the people go know how to move. Because remember, you know, I tell you, say, all of them, the bottom line of power, you know. All of them who gone in the politics, they gone in there with one name, power. Power rules the world today. Power corrupts, they say. And absolute power corrupts you absolutely. It can change a man who had a heart of gold, make him cool, self-centered and cool. Many men in this land, many organizations, when they have power and authority, they don't give a damn about you and me. There's prostitute in the island, to all a sundry, and the milking the people dry. Frustration, most suffering. Oh boy, I wonder how we survive. Think it over, my friend. Think it over again. Think it over. Don't vex with me, Kokoti. Think it over. I only talking as I see. The thing that hurt me most about oppression is the involvement of we politicians. We vote, brother, to help fight oppression. Brother, get in there and join the bandwagon. You oppose the ruling party, you become a casualty, and you could have swear to Jah Almighty that's your destiny, 'cause you are the enemy, the crying fancy, oppression, and invariably. Oppression, the crying bayaboo. Oppression, and in layu. Oppression, oppressors, leave we alone. Oppressors, come off we bone. Cocoa and bread. Give thanks, man. Can you see, we still could find little areas, you know, to keep the joy. Keep the joy, not bad at that. You see, our problem is that we know the truth, you know. That's a big problem, big, massive problem that I know the truth, but what do we do to protect the truth and to make it work for us? What do we do? We give up our rights to our enemies. We surrender our will to them. And they take us to make flow cloth every day. But we may say, Montgomery CUPID, https www.youtube.com. Watch question mark V that's B dash ZI capital H capital Z common S capital J capital I capital Z capital S. Check out that day. Check out the YouTube website there and find Behil, find Cocoa and Bread, find Black Lion Walks. Yeah. So we are here now, and we are not being fed the truth by the people who we put in place to tell us the truth. We have seen where they have come together against us to cause us harm and to destroy our lives in the process. They're not telling us the truth about the vaccine. Both of them come together to force it upon us, and they're not telling us the truth, and we still depend on them. Now, if you notice, plenty of we daily bread to eat out here. Hot. Wake up in the morning, do some work, and then get yourself ready for around 10:30. Switch on to shake up on new times. And in a Ghana building blocks are come out of them to program the same blame game over and over. Government a blame opposition a blame government. And inside of them to program they not come out no solution. But then them away we occupy with time and listen. When we should they go out there plan some food, we they sit down and listen all time and shake down. That way them be, you know. Old time and shake down. Shake down and shake us down into the old times. And we know that that's true. But is it that we and them are friends? Well, they could talk with they want in a black line and carry friend enough. Because F-R-I a fry and E-N-D-I-N, and your friend always a fry in the end. Black lion carry true, brethren and sister. Because at this point in time in life where we are, I can't see how we could be still talking about politicians. I can't see what benefit these conversations are bringing to us. I don't know. Maybe I live in a different place. Montgomery CUPID. The only station gave you the truth of where we come from and where we are going. Big Hill News Network. Big Monty, me love that. Post more than kind of thing, man. Let people know. Let people know that I and I round here so now have nothing to gain by lying to the people. And I do have nothing to gain because you know why? I and I are right in the middle of it. And anything happen to the people happen to us too because we are the people and the people are us. So we don't have nothing to gain. That's why Big Hill have always stand out. Number one, when it comes to truth, so that's why I and I have always encourage I and myself to support Big Hill. Make sure Big Hill become the institution it's set out to be. So that we could have a place to express ourselves. See? Because we have seen that we cannot depend on politics and church. We have to speak out for our own selves. Because the beating of us over our head with the illusion called silent mean consent. Not because we didn't say anything mean we consent. So because they believe when we don't talk we consent, we have to get up and talk. And Big Hill provides such an avenue that we could do that we could express ourselves as long as we are constructive and nation building. Big up Big Hill. Big up Bunty. Yeah. So I journey along this road of life and I realize that all I do is support I and I enemy to bring about I and I destruction. So where I do now in this time here, I and I wake up to that. That I and I not do that no more against I and myself. I and I wake up to the fact that both ULP and NDP has outlived their usefulness, that they do not have any ideas to take us forward. And I wake up to the fact that the ideas of nation building to take us forward is within us. And we have that. We have the control upon that. We have the monopoly over that. But only in a collective way. See? Only in a collective way. When first individually, we began to develop our self-confidence and we spread that into the collective. And we use the constitution that they give us and remove them. It's say we have the power to remove them. Me not think that they tell me have to wait for 5 years. Since they tell me say me had the power to choose who lead me. So that now on time span for that. You start to lead me this morning and by 10 o'clock me notice you're not gonna me move you one time. Now wait till you get to 12 o'clock because you mightn't get no lunch. Because me got 2 hours between 10 and 12 to still find a lunch. So if we move you 10 o'clock, we will still be able to find a lunch between 10 and 12. Can't wait till 12. When me look around so the table empty. Move you now. Because the Constitution, in my interpretation, give us the power to move you now. And if that is not so, I want to say, the intelligence among us, who will be listening to me right now, put up a post there and say that we do not have the power to move the government right now. As much as what many people think, me does want to know that me wrong. Plenty of women me say, me does want to know that me wrong. So if somebody out there who know what me say, can't happen, write up a post and tell me that, me not say so no more. Because as far as I am concerned, the Constitution gives us the power to remove the government now, right now. You see, Because this is our land. It's not the government own, it's our own. Hey, brethren, big up. And according to this constitution, we have the power to decide what could and what cannot happen here. Is it so? I don't know. Somebody tell me it is not. Because you can't depend on what I tell you now. Remember, me not been a school. And we live a life where you say, who full eye, full glass. And school boys and school girls are who full eye. And go down to school and then come back up and tell her anything. And I will say yes, because they've been at school, so they have to know. Defeating our own selves with that level of thinking. We have to put them for lead us because they've been at school, so they have to know. Defeating ourselves with that kind of thinking. We have to surrender with power to them because it's only them can use it. Defeating ourselves with that kind of thinking. Why me can't fight against government, me can't go up against them. Defeating ourselves with that kind of thinking. All them level of thinking is negative. And them I kind of thinking now that we have to get rid of. And now say, remember them tell our that our government, you know. So I will show them our government for real. By putting and bridling at them out. And we saddle pan them back and ride them. Now them ride our with bridling our mouth. I will put bridling up to them out and ride them. And me tell you something, you know. You see that COVID thing, yeah? It'll bring it best out all of you know. Marcus Garvey tell them, be careful how you push my people back up against the wall. Because it will create a human stampede that will be uncontrollable. Watch. It'll come fast. The hour come fast. When all over the earth, and we are going to rise up and run through all them politics and trample them to the ground. The time will come fast. Let me just condition our mind and get in line. The time is coming that the population of the world, I shouldn't say the time is coming, the time has come that the population of the world is stampeding their government. No one there, no more around there. Because the population of the world has come to realize who they are. You notice all those who have degree are those who destroy the world. Yes, of course. You see, because they were trained to do that. You see, these are the haters. And those who we see here, they didn't just come here. They come from a generation of mindset, hundreds of years, walking towards our destruction. So them so-called degree. Now, okay, see how that work. Nebuchadnezzar passed a decree to bring all the skillful one into his palace. That means all who have ability to lead, all who could bring them inside and bribe them. And warn them that they never go back down there to teach your people what they know. Now, look at who are carry out this agenda against us. Black politicians, black preachers. Them are the forefront of the agenda of our destruction. And all of them got degree. So you see why me glad me not got degree. Because if a piece of paper have to determine who me be, boy, me in trouble. Me can tell you that, me in big trouble. If a piece of paper have to go in front of me for say who me be, me in big trouble. That mean me not got no self-knowledge. Because no paper can determine my ability. You see me I tell you, my potential. No paper can determine that. Because from me I tell you, say, and me make paper, paper not make me. The reason why me not got no degree is because me recognize that them people they got, them people they want. So me give them. The question is, the first man who gave out the first degree, did he have any? That's the question. You see me I tell you? Because we believe that somebody have to qualify us with a piece of paper. We burn that. And the masses of the earth right now are born degree. That's why they must stampede governments all around the world. I think it would always be like that. No. We arise now. And we get rid of all of you now. I never did think you would have come here. Watch. The first thing I do about this, I set up a nuclear plant to wipe out humanity. But then now, Mama stumble at you. So I come up with an invisible weapon named COVID and I still a stumble. Because the people start to doubt are you big time. The people start to see who are you big time. And are your degree can save are you now. You see? Because the people upon the march of consciousness, the conscious march has begun. And our people catching on. And our people are get on board. We are hop off the bandwagon and come on the developmental wagon. That's what we are doing now. And that's what you do. You're not going to win. Because the spirits of our ancestors will make sure you do not win. That is what is rising in us now. Go through the island here right through. Go length and breadth right through. Supporters. Supporters. They are nothing good to say about the government. Neither your opposition. Nobody right now has nothing good to say about the government and the opposition. Because everybody see now them I see him. Only if you die hard, we are trying to keep them we are trying to keep them talk show. Song like a talk show. And the content is not nation building. All the talk show on them. Is NDP a pull down ULP a pull down NDP. And the people are the rope in the tug of war game. That can't continue no more. Both NDP and ULP, they're not going to use. We have to get rid of them. And come up with our own government. Our own government. Make from our for our by our own government. That's the way we have to come up with now. See what I say? Because we have tried them and they all have failed. And so it don't leave no one else but us. The same Bible we are read say when the ways of boys fail the children, they will turn to the ways of God. And the ways of God is the way of our ancestors, the way how we should live, the way of nature. And because we follow them and fight against nature, that's why we are suffer. We are suffer from lung disease, heart disease, kidney disease, high and low blood pressure. All them things and today they call all of them COVID. Because if you notice, they're not telling people are dead from them things no more. But because we fight against nature, why them things they happen to us. So we are get conscious now to know, say, we have to return to nature. And we have to plant our own food. Because the food where them give you erode the brain cells, make we can't think properly. It's a design. The food is designed. So we are get to the point now. COVID are going to stop if I eat that even though we don't want to stop. Because when them back up out there on the boat and then I come here, we have to go back to where we are accustomed to. And that's one great thing. Me love that, me applaud that. I have to start to plant up the dirt again. And that's one great thing. Because we are come forward to who we are. Look, so long we run away from who we are, COVID are going to bring us forward to who we are, because COVID has shown us that the politician and the church, they are our enemies. COVID has taught us that. Are we not learning? The volcano, through the spirits of our ancestors, the volcano has showed us that social distancing is a lie. Mask wearing, all of that is lie. 12 people in a bus is a lie. All them, they're just scare tactics. But like everything else, we are quickly forget our gains. Because we had that gain in the volcanic eruption to put the pressure upon them. Because we see hundreds or thousands are we locked up together in a concentration camp. But no outbreak not come out there. So how are we in the concentration camp prepare with the close together? No outbreak not come out. And when I the outer road, when the concentration camp open up and all with their road, outbreak start to come out. You see, we just have to start to think a little more. Use we vision a little more. And question them. Or we can't afraid to question them, just question them. You see, and when they not got no answer, get rid of them. Because we put them there to answer our questions, and we must make them answer to them. I wonder why them politicians wouldn't go away. I want some equal rights and justice in our land. I wonder why the old thief, them wouldn't go away. I told them. Make them not go away. We sweet them wrong, yeah, so. Make them not go away. Well, fly does rather for dead in a molasses than to left them. I not say that then do. Them a do. They rather dead in the molasses than to go home, go cool out. We make. The sweetness drunk them. Rastafari. Cocotte and bread. Coming to you live from the studios of Gotapa in America. In a Hope America. In the nation of Yemen. First known as the Isle of Ethiopia. The waters being washed by the waters of the Ethiopian Sea or the Ethiopian Ocean, which is today called the Atlantic Ocean. Yes, we are these people who they think that time would have forgotten. But you see, because we do deal with time, we are always in the now. We are the same warriors who in 1935 rebel against the Italian invasion of Ethiopia. Yes, we are the same warriors. We are the same warriors and we are still here. And they are trying to stifle our rising, but they cannot. They will never be able to stifle our rising because the consciousness of our people is building. We are becoming to see them for who they are. And they can no longer hide behind us and their dirty promises that only comfort fools. We are showing them now that we are no longer their fools. We are rising. Yeah. Yeah, Brother Bob, they out there sing a tune. My good friend, tell them, say, we free again because we are dopey conqueror. We conquer dopey. And Babylon are dopey. You see? Because with the brother talk, the bars couldn't hold I, and force could not control I. They tried to put I down. But the spirits of our ancestors see I wrong. You see me I show you? Because this are the power that is within I and I that then can't hold I and I down. Once I and I decide that then can't hold I and I down. Because people, let me tell you I and I are 80% spirit and can't hold on upon that. But I and I worry about the 20% physical. Remember all I and I know. You can change my body, but you can't change down my mind. And all I and I know that this is I and I power. The mere fact that they can't change down I and I mind. This is the power, because I and I mind is 80% of us. And since they can't change down 80% of us, we could free. We have the power to free the 20% that they put in chain. Because 80% is way over 20%. 60% more. And there's where our power lies. And thanks to COVID, it'll bring that realization onto us by showing us we can no longer trust those who we put in place. Them are 20%. That's why things go wrong. Those who we put in place, they are fleshy energy. They are not spiritual energy. And fleshy energy can't rule spiritual energy, otherwise the thing will capsize. See? 80% must carry the weight because of the strongest part. 20% will weak out under the impact of 80%. Let I and I see through it for what it is. Let I and I see through it. That our mind is the most powerful weapon in the universe. And once we stay in control of it, we will never be and can never be defeated. Because death, the same Bible not tell us that death not no sting. No. Death can never defeat life, because life is a conscious energy that flows through the universe continually. No boy can stop that. So you know nothing for me to fear about. Make them brainwash you and tell you we could dead. No, we cannot die. We live. Life is forever. Life has no beginning and life has no ending. See? Now, the Bible says, everyone who is born of a woman shall die. Born of a woman. It didn't tell you who manifests life shall die. And life is manifestation of spirit into flesh. No. The same Bible says, God manifests into flesh. That is who we are. We are God making manifest into flesh. That's who we are. We are the God that they try to brainwash us to tell us is somewhere in the sky. That never happened. The Bible says only those who know God will live. And how will you know God if you are not God? It's only God can know God. So it's only when you know that you are God you will live. Politics and preacher do not want you to know that, because politics and preacher want you to believe that they are God. And they have you worshipping and bowing to them every day, while you are defeating your own God. While you are failing to praise your own God, the God which is in you, which is your conscious energy. Cocotti and bread. Boy. Old people in a sense of trouble. Big, big trouble that. You see? Because how do we expect to go outside to look for what is inside? That is our constant problem, and we're not realizing it. You see? But more and more as we journey, we are slowly beginning to realize that our life depends on us. That's why plenty of we not take the vaccine. We starting to realize that. And we start to realize that we are being controlled by liars and bandits. And we can no longer trust them. More and more we are wake up to realize that. And more of us will continue to wake up to realize that. Even some of them who don't take the vaccine will still wake up to realize that. Because the truth must reveal. Brother Bob said, the truth must bust out a man like a river. Aya. Shabani, Lion, if only you people understand wisdom, then righteousness cannot be far away. Shabani, talk to the people and them, man. Talk to the people and them. Because truth have a bust out of I and I like a river. Talk to the people and them, man. Because wise mind can only come to those who encourage it. You see them, I tell you, go seek it like if you have to go somewhere. No. You just have to encourage wise mind. And how do you encourage wise mind? By being able to analyze the things that you see before you and make sense of them. And then you know how to apply them. That is wise mind, simple as that. And I have to go to school for that. See? Wise mind is self-confidence. When we confident ourselves that we could do it, we wise. Because wise mind do not depend on failure for a result. Wise mind do not depend on negativity for a result. Because wise mind don't see the result before it happens. A wise mind is a proactive mind. You don't have to go to school, go learn that, just think. Just see the outcome of everything before it happens. Manifest it. Wise mind is being able to bring invisible into visible. That means your thoughts are who you are. What you manifest from your thoughts, that is what you are. As we journey on the road of life, and as we get to realize that our life depends on us, and so more and more we are coming together. Big up Shalani. More and more we are coming together because we are realizing the truth. They take a cloak or lie and put it over the truth. And they try to strangulate the truth. But the truth has cried out unto the truth seekers who are now stripping the cloak of lie off the truth to expose the naked truth. We don't want no close by the truth. We want the naked truth. And that's what we are do. We are discover the naked truth. Because we are journeying upon the road of life. And people remember, know this. Many of we don't know. When the three heavenly bodies come together to create one light in the 24th of December 2020, that day, now, you know the 24th of December, the shortest day in the year. You know that day, at the day when the sun dies and then make a new resurrection. So, Jupiter, Saturn, and Aquarius come together so that the energy of our rising will manifest with us. They try to distort us, bring in COVID and social distancing all them time there. But they can't stop it. Because just yesterday, 200 years ago, we was in full control of the American continent. And the time is coming again. Because that time they don't pass now and it's coming again. What goes around comes around. We are becoming again who we are. And they're fighting desperately to stop it. But they can't. Because more they try, is the more we are becoming conscious. Because it's the more we begin to ask questions. And the more we ask questions, is the more they don't have no answers. Because it's a fake. It ain't nothing real. Everything that they are doing is nothing real. It's a fake. And the more we ask questions, is the more we unfold the fake. No longer must we become any members of their marching band. No. We march and lead our own band now. No longer we jump up and do what them say. When I talk no damn dog back. Well, I know no dog. Man a lion, so when them talk lion, roar. Fire. Cocotte umbrella. Coming to you from the live studios of Gotapa. We had them right where we want them. We have to recognize that we had them where we want them. Right now, we had them where we want them, you know. Because we see, especially in the land here, we see how them are scramble. It was them. So, right now, I have to pick up the pace upon them and turn on the fire upon them. No. You can't, watch, anytime your enemy did down, you have to kill him off one time, you can't make him rise. Because when he rise, he will come with vengeance. Because the most dangerous stage of the beast when he wounded. You kill him off now. Kill him off now. You see, we had the power now to kill him off. Don't make him stop, take back that from us. We had the power now to kill him off. Kill him off now. You see, remove them from power now. We kill them off. Two of them. We know the time has come. The time has passed when we used to listen to them. We don't listen to them no more. We listen to ourselves now. This is a time when we listen to our own heartbeat. So, we kill them off. The more we disobey them, the more we disobey them, the quicker we get rid of them. The more we don't respond to them, the quicker we get rid of them. We have to get to the point of stop paying taxes. We have to get to the point of stop paying light bill and water bill. Because them are the things that pay the salary to oppress us. We have to get to the point of understanding that we are the ones who are paying them to oppress us. Because, I tell you, say, I bet all of we, if we don't pay them salary, none of them now go come to work. And if me lie, make I try that and see. None of them now go come to work if I not pay their salary. Because that is all they come there for. Because them a vampire. You hear pretty and nice fancy name with them got? Aristocratic vampires. Aristocratic political vampires. Yes. That's their name. Boy, outside. Boy, go out here. Ralph. Boy, Ralph. Always a go shit in the yard. Ralph. All he do a shit in the whole at the corporation is vigil yard. All he do every morning he wake up he shit in the yard. Because that's all we say come. Friday I same thing, all them other shit in the yard every morning they wake up. Both you help and NDP. So now, well I go take our time and clean out the dog shit out of the yard and throw both the dog and the shit out the yard. The time come now. When we not if and but maybe no more. The time come now. Because the more the monkey climb and more your ass exposed. And the ass exposed right now. And we just a shake it tree and make them drop. You see? The ass exposed right now. The ass the wide open in public right now. The emperor not gonna close no more. We have seen it. Seen? So, our rightful and only move now is to use the constitution that they give us and get rid of them. Because we have the right to decide who lead us. The constitution says so, right? And we are seeing that them are mislead us. So we have the right to remove them. See? We have to stop walking for them and walk for ourselves. You wake up in the morning and you're going in a government office, you're not walking for your people, you're walking for the enemy of your people. And you're comfortable because you got a salary, so that you continue to walk towards the destruction of your people. Why did your people send you to school? Was to go and join up with the government to carry out policies of destruction against your own people. That is why your people send you to school. Don't you know that you owe your people your education or training, whatever it is? Don't you know that you owe it to your people? Did you spend the money to get it? Were you walking? How did you get it? Don't you know that you owe your education towards the development of your own people? Not just for a salary to do works that destroy your own people. Because when you destroy your people, they destroy you. Because at them I pay your salary. Stop being civil slave and civil servant. And become productive developers of your people. Because they send you to school for that. And they expect you to do that. So just do it, that is all. You have no obligation to no government to hold on under their destructive policies. You have an obligation to your people. You don't have no obligation to no one else. The government did not educate you. The government didn't send you to school. The government did not pay your school fee. The people did that. Your people did that. The government didn't do it. And the government didn't get you into no secondary school, no university. Your brain did it. Your brain did that. Through the powers of your ancestors who manifest in you today. Whose spirit manifests in you today and is expecting you to bring out the best of you towards the development of your people. You do not owe anything to no grabbermen. You owe everything to your people. Marcus Garvey said, I could have been a politician or a freedom fighter, but 400 years of black blood, sweat and tears was used to educate me, and I cannot use it against them. This is the consciousness that is known as education. Education is not a training, it's a consciousness that you get to know that education is for the development of your people, and you are only educated when you do things towards the development of your people. Another way again, me learn it. Everything that we store up for ourselves, 100 cabanas and villas and mansion over there, and we have 1 million car over here with trillion bank account. None of it goes into the book of life of our ancestors. But if you do one little thing, for example, if you spend 100 years in your life and you spend 99.9 and get up your wealth, and you only use 0.1 to do something beneficial to to the development of your people, that is the only thing will be recorded. And if you never do anything, you will be lost forever. You see, I read up in a book where an empress out of Jamaica, who they call a slave, she said, when good people die, they return as good people. When bad people die, they return as sufferers. They might become a dog, they might become a donkey that will be ill-treated by other ones. And when me read that, me say, but wait, what go on here? Me just see donkey a cry, tears a come out the eye. Me just see dog a cry, tears a come out the eye. Where cause that? Think about it, because I don't know it. I don't know what cause it. But anyway, he lie. We are, women know. We are the spirits of our ancestors manifest in the flesh. And like the Quran say, we will born and die until we find our true meaning for living. You see? So the more we fear die, the more we fear death, is the more we die. And the more we accentuate life, is the more we live. That's how the Memo was and thing I say. Cause now, watch. That I say, when you're dead, whoop you left off. You left off there's a wicked, you come forward to join that as a wicked. You left off there's a good, you come forward to join that as a good. Now, is that true? Is there such a thing? They call it reincarnation. Is that true? Is there such a thing that when you cut off, you come forward where you start? Why? Because you see me tell her and I'm saying, my life is a living example to not fighting me just talk, you know. Once upon a time, coming on to Christmas time, me there shot up by one of my brethren. The brethren had, you know them thing where they call man boil, then big boilers come out. He had one up in his ass and was impaired in walking. So he tell her, man, well, here you there. We going to the hills today to cut the herb and share them up. The green one and dry one, we going and share them up today. So, because of my condition, I want you to go in the mountain with me to help me bring my potion. We gone there. We have walk all day, dub yabba, a kicks with one another as we just usually do. Because we always find ways to be joyful when we have non-tradition or Rasta. Because we get that from the elders. So, Rasta, when I come now, we left the shanty, everyone done pack up. The brother eat the last portion of food they been in the yaba. Jed, when I take up I back now, mega man chat back by my shoulder. I man, the brethren, and two brothers. One now, we are dealing with no one call one's name. We are dealing with the brother now, he my last one he thought he have, right? So we are pointing out that brother there. Dread, when that brother they touch his bag, I don't know if I see the truth. But I see the brethren by like some kind of invisible hand or force lift the brethren and pelt him backward. And I man see the brethren head roll, limp. Rasta, I tell I behind them the truth, you know. I man panic. I man whole body go rigid. My knees start to shake. I never see nothing like that in my life. Then the brethren, when we go there with now, jump over him and start to call him by name. And call him by name, start to call him by name. And then he shake out. And as he shake out the virgin pan the case, he say, what was the last thing pan your mind? Master, tell me, what was the last thing pan your mind? He say, evil vibes pass. From the time he say that, the brethren who I man go there with, he say, Shaka, bring your bomber cloth out of the dread. Let me go. Rasta. Hey, you know me can't move. And the other virgin there, Shaka not go left my man. You know me can't move. When me come down off a suffering mountain, Rasta, me Tony and them a freak out. The virgin tell me, he say, Shaka, you're stupid. You not know we go on there. Shaka, look at we go on there. We joyful whole day. How come a evil vibes could pass at the time when we live? The evil vibes been the long time, Shaka, na because of you. The man think you come, they come cut his share, and you want to stand up there. Rasta, you're dead. I tell the brethren, I quick me up, you know. Hey, where the brethren tell me? Anytime you get knocked out, you have to come forward to where you was when you get knocked out. That's why the brethren say evil vibes come across him. Because he did the evil all the time. So he say, whenever you get knocked out, you come forward. Anyway, our conversation do done it. I always carry it all the time. So we just say, la, we big up ourselves. I can't say, like the yellow area, procrastination is the thief of time. And like people think on these things. Through the powers of His Majesty. Men and people of desperate origin come together for a common cause. So let us seize upon areas of agreement and act now. And remember, everything we do, let us try to do it positive towards one another when we are out there on the road. Even a little advice to one another, I try to keep it positive as we journey. And always be healed. Yeah, be healed. Always be healed. Be healed of the media. Where make we talk. Be healed of the media where make we talk the truth. Yeah, Monday. Well, a preacher man contact I out Canada and see him what my reason for him Facebook page, going towards the church, etc., etc., etc. Barely ever go on. I want him in a window, I mean, collect time from him, you know. But we have to get in contact with him just now. So, but a Wednesday night, him say, see we go get the time. We get the time from him and we get to cross to Monty go publish that. Yeah. So when I say now, then I big up I and I energies, keep it pumping up, and big up I and I consciousness, be conscious about I and I self, and know say that I and I going to make it. And know that I and I not just going to make it, I and I are making it at this point. And then I continue to confident in myself and move on. And then I and I will be able to dash with the enemy with our own self-confidence. So big up I and I self, stay right to I and I self. Let I and I eliminate the lie that I and I live and hold on to the truth. Big up all on yourself, man. Give thanks. The strength. Tune in every Saturday evening. Pamby Hill Radio. Black Lion Production. From the ground to the mouth. Tune in. Now that may say, Bish, I have to seek that up. I mean, discuss that with the brother. Because I tell him, say, you have to go through Monty first before me tell him anything concrete. So Monty tell me, well, me can't go along, so me go contact with him and then. Me contact with him sometime, so. And me go get the time out. Get it to Monty and Monty go put it out. Yeah, anyway, Nothing, nothing, man. I like there. Journey. See?